it's Justine, and one guess where I'm at. If you guessed Cupertino for the iPhone event, you would be 100% correct, and boy, was this an event. Now, obviously, we knew that there was going to be new iPhones. There were so many rumors about things that were going to be out, so we have an all-new lineup of iPhone 15, iPhone 15 Pro, new Apple Watch Series 9, and also an Apple Watch Ultra Series 2, and a little surprise bonus, we have AirPods that now have USB-C charging. Another huge update is Apple's 2030 plan, which aims to make the entire company carbon neutral by 2030. These Apple events are always so much fun. I love getting a chance to see all of my tech friends and creators and reporters from all around the world, so a huge thank you to everyone who says hi. I love seeing all of you. And of course, I got to see my friend Tim Cook. I also had my iJustine pink USB-C cables because now that the iPhone is USB-C, it is time to celebrate good times. So good to see you. Congratulations.
Are you gonna get the pink phone?
Oh my, look, I'm so ready for the pink. Like, you don't even know. Okay, so I have a present for you. Okay, so this is very fitting for the event. I actually was so nervous because I was like, okay, do I give Tim one of my USB-C cables? Like, do I not? It's the pink iJustine USB-C cable.
I love it. That's amazing.
So we are so ready for USB-C. Of course, we got our annual selfie. It's always so great to see him and the rest of the Apple team. They really do such an amazing job putting on such a great event. All right, let's get into it. The Apple Watch has such a special place in my heart. It is one of my favorite Apple products, of course, you know, other than the iPhone and the MacBook. But the Series 9 now comes in pink. It has a bunch of new features like the new S9 chip, which has a 4-core neural engine and is 30% faster. It has improved ultra-wideband capabilities to make precision finding and Siri requests way better. This is also pretty cool. You can now access your health data using Siri. It now supports name drop, and it has an even brighter display that goes up to 2,000 nits. But of course, like I said, one of the most important things is it comes in pink. One of the new Apple Watch features that they announced is this double tap feature, which allows you to actually interact without having to touch your Apple Watch. So you just lift your watch just like so. You double tap your thumb and index finger to perform the actions on the watch. Basically, this will activate the main button in whatever app you're in. And if you're on the home screen, it will bring up your recent apps and you can scroll through them just by double tapping. All right, we're testing out the double tap here. So I'm going to double tap to accept the phone call. And now Apple has just called me. What a dream. Can I hang up on them? I did. How about that? And why I thought this was really interesting is this is the action that you take when you're in Apple Vision Pro to select things. You use your eyes to look around, to navigate, and then you simply tap to select. So I feel like this is not only a really great accessibility feature in the new Apple Watch, but it's also a little nod to our future. With new Apple Watches means new Apple Watch bands, and I love accessorizing my Apple Watches. They are now completely doing away with all leather products, leather cases, leather bands. They've come out with this new texture called fine woven, and I got a chance to touch one of the cases, and it has this weird, not like plasticky, but it's like more of a silky kind of feel, and it was pretty awesome. I'm definitely excited to check those out. They've got some all new Hermes bands. I've actually never owned one of the Hermes bands, so maybe this year is the year. These Nike watch bands also are really cool. I love these little speckled flakes in there. These are also made from old recycled Apple Watch bands, so it's really cool to see them reusing excess to make something new. We also got an update to the Apple Watch Ultra 2. I was really hoping for a matte black titanium color. We didn't get that, but we did get a much brighter screen up to 3,000 nits. There's some other great updates for the Ultra, including a new modular Ultra watch face. There's updated ambient light sensor for night mode, and now you can connect third-party Bluetooth devices to the Apple Watch for cycling. This is pretty cool because a lot of people use different devices to track specific fitness metrics, and this will make things like that so much more seamless. Even with these new features, the Apple Watch Ultra 2 battery life still has 36 hours of typical usage and 72 hours in low power mode. And as you guys know, I recently started diving because of the Apple Watch Ultra, so you better believe that I will be taking this diving as soon as I get my hands on one. And of course, the reason that we're all here, the iPhone 15 and the 15 Pros. First of all of the new iPhones have this brand new design with these awesome contoured edges. The first thing that I notice is how nice it actually feels in your hand and how light they are. The iPhone 15 has this durable color-infused glass and aluminum design, while the 15 Pro has an incredible brushed titanium shell. And of course, as we all expected, USB-C has now finally come to the iPhone.
So we're bringing USB-C to iPhone 15.
When they announced this in the event, everyone was clapping and cheering. I mean, we knew it was happening, but until Apple says it, we just didn't know. The iPhone 15 is equipped with Apple's new A16 Bionic chip, which will obviously make for some big improvements in performance. It now has Dynamic Island, so now everyone can enjoy that little black pill-shaped island up there at the top of their screen. It also has a new 48 megapixel camera that lets you take super high resolution photos and an improved 2x telephoto lens. Portrait mode also got an upgrade. You can now change the subject focus in a photo after you've taken it. It's pretty magical because you can just take a photo. You don't have to be specifically in portrait mode to really take advantage of these new features. So this is something that I'm really excited to test out. And now for the big boys. We've got the iPhone 15 Pro and the Pro Max. One of the coolest thing about these new Pro version iPhones is the titanium shell. And when I say these things look really beautiful in person, there's just something so immaculate about the titanium look. Of course, I was hoping for some more elaborate colors for the Pro series. There was even rumored at one point to have a red phone. What happened to that? Nobody knows, but I'm glad that they went with these more kind of earth tone, natural colors. Even this blue titanium is so pretty. So with this new titanium shell, the strength to weight ratio of this new material means this phone is going to be Apple's strongest and lightest Pro model yet. And I could definitely tell when I first picked up both the Pro and the Pro Max, they felt so light. Now, it's not like our iPhones are very heavy, but it is something that I have and I hold every single day, probably. I mean, I don't even know how many hours a day I have my phone in my hand. It's more like how many hours in the day do I not have the phone in my hand? But immediately I notice a difference. And I also just love the feel of the titanium finish. Like, it just feels so fresh. This is also some pretty big news. There is now an action button. So they replaced the little silent toggle switch to mute and unmute your phone. I pretty much keep my phone in silent and mute all the time, so it's not that often that I pop out of that. But what I will definitely be getting use out of is customizing this action button to do set actions. There's a really cool little interface you can see here that I got a demo of on the show floor. You can go through the settings and choose whatever you want this action to do. You can set it up to open up your camera, you can do focus mode. There's all sorts of different settings and it's pretty incredible. And this is going to be super useful for me because I'm setting this up to activate my camera. So as soon as I press that button, my camera will be open and ready to film whatever it is that I'm trying to shoot. The new A17 Pro chip is a big upgrade. It has a 6-core GPU, which is going to be amazing for performance across the board, but especially for gaming. I got a chance to play some Diablo Immortal, and I don't know if you guys remember, but I was super obsessed with this game when it first came out. During the product demo, it was super smooth. The 15 Pro now uses hardware accelerated ray tracing, which makes graphics lighting effects look so realistic. So the 15 Pro and the Pro Max now have a completely redesigned camera system. It has a new 48 megapixel main camera as the star of the show. You can now choose between 3 different focal lengths in the main camera, and this is a game changer for pro photographers. You'll now have 7 different lenses to choose from. There's the ultra wide, 13mm in macro, 24mm, 28, 35 on the main lenses, 2x telephoto at 48mm, and with the Pro Max, the all new 5x telephoto lens at 120mm. Something else I thought that was interesting is all along we were calling this technology the periscope camera, but Apple did not call it that. They called it tetraprism, which, to be honest with you, actually sounds a lot cooler. It basically uses a series of angled mirrors to reflect the image 4 times, allowing the light to travel a longer distance in a smaller space. And that's how we're getting the 120mm focal length. And keep in mind that this camera still supports sensor shift optical image stabilization. And with this new 48 megapixel camera, there are big improvements to night mode and portraits on the iPhone 15 Pro as well. Now, video on the iPhone for me it's like my first child. It is something that I love, it is something that I use so much of, and if all of my other cameras went away and I only had an iPhone, I think I would be okay. I definitely would miss having all of my studio cameras, but I could survive. ProRes Video now has log encoding, which will allow us to have better dynamic range and flexibility for editing and post. You can also record externally now, which will be so amazing for pro video workflows. And probably the biggest new feature for video is the ability to shoot spatial videos, which you can capture with the iPhone 15 Pro and then view them with the Vision Pro. To do this, you're going to be using these 2 cameras right here, and when you turn the phone sideways, you're shooting video with both cameras at the same time. And by capturing capturing depth data, this will create videos that will feel like you're actually reliving the moment. So essentially, without saying it, you're shooting a stereoscopic image using those two cameras at the same time. I've shot a few 3D videos in my day. Some are here on my YouTube channel, so it's going to be really cool to be giving this power to just everyday consumers. Something like this is game-changing. And then with the introduction of Vision Pro, oh man. Spatial computing, spatial video shooting for the win. Now with USB-C comes power and responsibility or something. I'm not sure how the saying goes. How's that saying go?
With great power comes great responsibility.
Now the responsibility is we need all of our products that are still Lightning to be USB-C, and that first step is the AirPods Pro 2 USB-C. Now this isn't AirPods Pro 3, this is kind of like a 2.5 version because there are some differences. Yes, of course, the big one is the fact that it is USB-C and we will be able to charge with our iPhone actually, which is kind of exciting. Now in the future, with our Vision Pro using the USB-C AirPods Pro 2, you'll be able to get lossless audio, which is going to make that entire spatial computing just even that more realistic. I also got a chance to chat with two Apple executives, Lisa and John, about the environmental impacts that Apple is planning to have in the future. It was really impressive to hear how they're putting the environment but also products first, making sure that yes, they are environmentally friendly, but we're not losing quality. I had so much fun at the event. If you guys want to watch more videos, you can check them all out here, and of course check out my full channel, youtube.com/iJustine, and hopefully you can find some more fun content that you want to watch.